Luna. Honorable Skhosana, your 10 minutes begins now.
Thank you, Chair. I'm sorry that I came a little bit late here. But be that as it may, we are again back to the road accident fund issues. Which reminds me of some time ago, if you remember, Chair, there was Ian Stokes who left with millions of rands. Investors put money into his account. He was paying claimants in advance and, a percentage. You make a claim at REF, he pays you because he knows that you sign, that you will be paid in a year or two from REF. Then we'll pay you the remainder around 16%, if I remember well. Now, is it Ian? Is it Ian, if I remember well? I'm sorry? Ignatius, yeah. I've listened very attentively. It's unfortunate that the LPC as well dominated by the JCB. LPC has just become
by that J?
GCB.
Yeah. GCB.
Yes.
What is that?
They'll answer. They'll know what I'm talking about.
No, remember.
I will tell you.
Okay.
It's General Council Bar.
Okay. Yeah. No.
Yes.
I always do that when
okay.
there's an abbreviation.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
No.
Because we streaming.
Sorry, Chair. LPC has become another terrain used to settle scores and target legal practitioners, advocates that are outside the fold of GSCB. What happened when this LCB started? Mainly dominated by GCB members, in particular whites. Why did the LPC condemn Pabasa for certain charges against Mpofu? I'm talking about the recent case, when themselves withdrew for the same reasons. Chair, where I'm going, in South Africa, there's a settling of political scores here. Among other things, jealousy as well. I'm going to be frank. Is the LPC not entirely composed of GSCB? That was my question when I mentioned this. Of advocates to the exclusion of advocates from other bars association. Is this not compromising its integrity as a regulatory body? What do you say to the accusation that LPC is colluding with JSC to ensure that association like Pabasa and the National Bar Association are excluded from JSC so that only advocates from the GCB can be involved in the appointment of judges? The LPC seems to be slow to pursue charges against white advocates and quick to pursue charges against black practitioners. What happened to the charges against Helen's SC and Jubed SC convicted of lying to the Namibian authorities? Is it true that LPC has not finalized its procedure regarding the silk recommendation and that it seems to recommend only those from the GCB? Now, let me just ask this as well. The issue of REF, when I look at the presentation which we received, these 101 or 102 firms, why they were not named on this presentation? Why they were not named? And I can tell you, it's for one reason. They are protecting big firms here. The issue of medical claims and the issue of lawyers, as Ignatius was saying to us here that some of them paid back the money, that 350 million which was erroneously being paid to them. I'm not buying that. If only the numbers which they gave us here, that no, some of them, the double payment was, I mean, it's ethical for you, before even being pursued, to pay back the money, because you can see in your account that there's money which you don't deserve. Those duplicated payments, we know what happened. Some big fish were involved here. Some of them, I'm seeing, I saw that there's 10 of them or so. And the issue of I think one of my colleagues asked about the interest. And the answer is not convincing, unfortunately. You know, that lawyers are business people. Yes, be a business person, but be ethical. Be a business person, but be ethical. And there's a lawyer for that matter. I mean, we've seen judgments in this country which leaves much to be desired. We know for a fact that sometimes judges think that they are, in fact, they are law unto themselves, some of them. I'm going to be frank here.
Honorable Skhosana, so I'm not stopping you. I'm just giving you a time warning.
Yes,
Because
I'm aware.
you need to get proper answers, right?
Thank you, sir.
And we're going to run out of time, and then it's going to be a problem.
Yeah. Let me finish by saying to the Legal Practice Council that it's unfortunate that the milking cow is road accident fund for even these so-called big firms, you know, like your Wenzel and Weber, you know, who've got almost 500 lawyers or attorneys, and these Bowmans and Bowmans or whatever the name is. But I'm still saying, Chair, that please, in this presentation, they must name these lawyers, these firms. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you very much. So we invited. Thanks.
Sorry, Chair. Sorry, Chair. My last one. Sorry, Chair. What is the use of chasing lawyers who are not practicing in law, who are not practicing in any bar, and say you want to strike them off the roll? Thank you, Chair.
Thank you, Chair. I think I will answer most of the questions by Honorable Skhosana. The LPC is definitely not dominated by the GCP Chair. And I say this because on my opening remarks to the committee, I did clarify that out of the 23 council members who make up the National Council, only 6 are advocates. So if you do the maths, you then have 17 who cannot be a member of the GCP because they are non-advocates. That's the first point, Chair. The second point is that other bars are excluded. That's not the case, Chair. The election of the provincial of the council members, either for national or provincial, is a democratic election. Every practicing legal practitioner is allowed to vote and or to nominate and also to vote for the member they want to be either on the National Council or the Provincial Council. Chairperson, on the issue of the collusion with the JSC, I am not aware of such a collusion, Chair. I am aware that there was a complaint by Pabasa that we need to come up with the rules of nominating LPs who need to serve on the JSC, because the status quo has always been some members of the advocates profession to be members of the JSC. We have actively, although maybe it could have been delayed, Chair, put together a process where those members who go and represent the legal profession at the JSC will be a nomination and an election by the members of the legal profession. So the only thing, Chairperson, is that that process has not yet commenced. I understand, Chair, that the matter of LNSC is still under investigation, but I will not speak on that because that is a provincial council matter. But I know that the complaint was received and it is being investigated. The silk recommendations procedure, Chair, the status quo has been going on up until last year when we submitted the criteria for the nomination of people to become silks. And that now included attorneys becoming senior attorneys. The problem that we had, Chairperson, which we have sent numerous times to the Minister, is that on the new panel that is proposed on the criteria, there was a member of the panel was supposed to be a senior attorney. And if you look at the past, we've never had anyone becoming a senior attorney. So we then said to the Minister, can you please appoint 2 people to become senior attorneys so that we are able to then implement the process of nomination and recommendations of silks people. But that process, Chairperson, has been delayed at the Minister's office and not by the LPC. If that recommendation to the Minister had been implemented by the Minister, Chair, we will be running with the nominations and recommendations of members that are requesting to become silk as early as this year in 2025. The names of the LPs or law firms, Mr. Skhosana, which were on the list, this list we received in 2020. It's a list which we dealt with 4 years ago. We will have to look for that list, and we can definitely provide it to the committee. And lastly, Chair, we don't strike off non-practicing lawyers. And if there is any instance where the Honorable Skhosana is aware of, please let me know, because then we'll have to look at the reasons why they were struck off. Non-practicing legal practitioners, Chair, do not pay levies, and they are barely brought to us as people who have conducted any misconduct. Barely. But if there is any non-practicing lawyer who's brought to us, we do investigate. But I don't remember in my 6 years at the LPC, Chair, where we struck off a non-practicing legal practitioner. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you very much. Honorable Skhosana, your 10 minutes is expired.
No, I want to just make a follow-up one, because I don't want to be misquoted, Chair.
You want to make a correction?
Yes. I just wanted to make a correction. No, it's fine. Mazala is fine. Yeah. Oh, you can borrow me. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Waduna. Now, the issue, Chair, which I've raised here, as I said, like he's answering the issue of Helen's and Jubed. To say the matter is being investigated is not enough for me. I'm honest on that, because I've been hearing this thing, as I was saying, in other committees, that some matters are being investigated from 2011. There's no time frame, there's nothing. And in fact, as I said, I'm sorry I came a little bit late. I don't even see the chairperson of the Legal Practice Council. Maybe they've explained why. And the deputy is not here as well. Mr. Seleka is not here. I'm not sure whether the deputy is here. I'm just saying, those are the issues that we have to be taken serious, Chair, as well. Because I guess that in all the people who are being called to come here, they come here with their chairpersons. You know, for me, or a deputy, for me, I'm not sure why perhaps they've explained earlier. Thank you.
Okay, Honorable Skhosana, thank you. So I had actually a meeting with Advocate Seleka. If he had been here today, so he's acting as a judge. So if he had come here today, that matter would have had to be postponed for a significant amount of time. And we cannot postpone this hearing until such time that that one person is here. Because we'd already postponed already. They were supposed to be here earlier. So he's acting as he's sitting on a case today as we speak. That's the long and the short. Thanks, Honorable.